Today I'm going to show you how to start working on the next part of your project, which will be the sky. That's where we're going to use one of our oil pastel techniques that we learned about. I have started my sky. I'm going to show you how I did this. I was using a technique called scumbling, so small circular marks. And I wanted to stick with mostly a warmer color scheme, like a sunrise or sunset, since it goes along with the mountain colors that I chose. You can choose colors based off of the first slide in our slideshow presentation, step-by-step presentation. I decided, like I said, to use warm colors. So here's what I started with. I started with my medium value, which actually was my pink. So I'm just doing small circular motions, and my oil pastel is starting to run a little bit low. So that means I can start to tear this paper. That's completely fine. So once it gets to that point, I'll tear it a little bit. Then I started using a little bit of darker orange, overlapping those two colors. So I'm actually going on to my pink a little bit. Do the same thing up here with a little bit of blue. And what's nice about this light blue is that it mixes with the pink and makes a light lavender color. So I'm moving in a circular motion, and I'm being very intentional and purposeful about where I'm making my marks. So even if I was doing hatching or if I was doing blending, I wouldn't be scribbling all over my paper, and I'm not doing that right now. I'm trying to be very intentional about where I'm putting these colors. So I'm taking my time. And then I've added a darker blue, and the way to blend this in is to use a lighter color. So I'm going to take my lighter blue and go back on top of this. I could even take a white, and even though this is a small piece of oil pastel, it's broken, you can still use it. Do not throw those out. They're very useful. So I'm taking my lighter color and going on top of it. And then the next section that I'll do is at the bottom, a little bit of light orange. So now I can blend it out with a little bit maybe of light pink. And this is what's fun about using the oil pastels. You can experiment with what colors you think are going to look good together. We know at this point that neutral colors, which are two complementary colors mixed together, probably aren't going to look very good. So I would not be using, you know, green and red as your colors for your sky. Those are going to mix together and not look so great. So I'm using my light color right now to just blend this out a little bit. Kind of like the way this orange comes up into here. So I'll do a little more. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna continue that technique across my paper, just in little chunks, just to kind of break it into smaller pieces and make it a little bit more manageable. From time to time, I like to step back and look at my piece just to make sure that everything is blending well, everything is mixing together nicely. So that is how you are going to start the sky of your piece, and then from there we are going to work on our land.